Starting with Garon here.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
Something like
You
that.
could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup.
It's fine. He didn't mind.
All right. No need to shout. Now we know what you're after. I can see about getting some in.
Speaking
Thank
of
you,
which,
Sharon.
I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Elder Antelope Femur. Could have slain a behemoth or a curl, a bison, a minotaur, or an adamantoise. I won't be hard pressed to find a larger leg bone. That's a lot of things that are bigger. And it was 5 of them.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that.
You're
In
just
return,
like Torgal.
You can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Really? Now I need to go see Tomes. Okay. Hey, Tomes.
Were you able
Good
to
news.
locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit,
Oh.
I found myself pondering Torgal's talents.
This one doesn't unlock
You
anything,
recall our
though.
conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see,
What
the
questions were
Fenrir
those?
of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as
Am I
having
right?
used.
Is it not
What are you suggesting?
Shiva's powers, but Ramu's?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has
Yes.
served as a loyal companion to you, your brother.
What? So it's
and even
not
the late
just
Sid.
ice.
In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty.
I thought it
And
looked
that
like
number
it
has
was
only
more
grown
lightning than
as
ice.
the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken,
He's still a good
he
boy.
will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Yep, that's true.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Yay, quest complete. So we just got an accessory we can equip that increases Torgal's attack power instead. Okay, next up is Blackthorn.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
Mm-hmm.
I did better than that.
I got you a whetstone that they use to create the swords.
Aye. A whetstone.
Yes, but not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
So, what are you gonna make me with it? Because I'm interested.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the Curse Breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece.
Yeah, so not that useful.
Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter.
Yeah,
Just
we're going to
imagine
use
it.
fallen
Good
ceramics as a
Valestinian
whetstone.
steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure
That's
the
a
curse
blacksmith
breakers
we
will be
know.
delighted.
Now,
Just
what can you make me?
don't push yourself too
Personally,
hard.
me.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive.
You're
I
welcome.
mean it. I owe you one.
Yes,
August too.
scoping August too.
It's good to
He's
know
the one that
someone's
pointed
looking
you
out
out
for
to
me.
me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Right, so I still need to bring the materials to you, of course. Let's see if I have them. Because I would like them. Level up. 35, nice. Excalibur. Surely that's the best in game, right? Blackthorn.
What's that for you, dear?
I do have what I need. Sweet. It's actually not that much better though. Which is a shame, but... Oh, the stagger's better.
Should last you
Sure.
a good while.
Can't reinforce. Didn't think I would be able.
And?
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's really going to actually be all that much better, but I'll take it. So we have 2 more quests to hand in, and then we can wrap up.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
First off, Gort over here.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Oh, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused
Sounds
payment.
about right.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, really? We've got more to do with this?
Wonderful.
Okay,
I hope you have better luck than I did.
that's fine. We'll do that, but first... we need to go see someone in Mid's lab.
I think Mid might need some help.
Yeah, Mid heard you talking about her workshop. She's
All right there, Sid. How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
we got it.
I have it here.
Here you go.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old
Excellent.
while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say
Now, what do
otherwise.
I get out of it?
Right then. Let's get this contraption up and running.
Sometime later.
There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the
It was
favor.
it was challenging.
As No need. The good it will do for the Hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna let you take that.
Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
We're gonna be able to have more potions. Nice.
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the Hideaway a few gil. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well,
Nice.
it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That might make
That's the
Atlas
spirit.
possible.
Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
I wonder what the new limits are.
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
Okay.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your back. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Yeah, keep it to yourself. I don't need to know. More importantly, for a reward, treated potion satchel. Sweet. You wanna give me actual numbers? Nope. Ah, here we go. 6 potions, 4 high potions, 3 strength, and 3 stone skin. Nice. We will have to purchase more of those, but that's for another time. For now, we need to make another trek back to see Charon to finish up this last side quest.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped about?
It is. Times helped a lot building that. Now, Charon, you're going to accept payment and you're going to like it.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were
talent or two.
donations. And you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you?
I mean, technically,
Fine.
yes.
I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
That's fine by us. Especially if you give it directly to me.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind.
Yeah, of course you do.
Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
In this case, the buyer is herself, in case that wasn't clear. And with that, we can say that our debts are all covered.
3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which,
Really?
I still haven't been paid.
You're gonna ask about
last
that
month's
now?
wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used, either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
A little bit of column A, a little
I
bit
knew
of
so
column B.
little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died.
Damn, you knew him for a while.
Give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close. Promising we'd one day sail the seas again.
Oh, you probably didn't sail, but...
Before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day.
Oh, okay.
And there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable. Wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him.
That.
Forget what I felt. And I couldn't for the
thing
life
that I
of
hate
me
about
understand how they
Balestier, the
could.
treatment of bearers.
Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone.
Sid was a good guy.
Threw away everything he had.
Bit too ambitious,
all
but
to
a
right
good
a
guy.
wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Flashback. Oh yeah,
He was always too clever
Otto.
for his own good.
Is that meant to be
Sid
Blackthorn?
saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone.
Yeah, that's meant to be Blackthorn. Much younger Blackthorn.
But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
So Charon looked old even 20 years ago. Tyre looked the same, Otto looked the same, and Blackthorn looked a lot
But
younger.
I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old
I guess
man.
it wasn't 20 years ago, probably like 15 or something, but...
Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
What did you find? A letter from Sid to Otto, I'm guessing?
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Love you.
It is very
you
blunt.
grumpy old sod.
It was very blunt.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
And all of this backstory you
should've
just wouldn't
bloody well
see
said so then,
if you
Just
didn't do the
once.
side quests.
before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Really? Counting on your fingers?
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Now that makes me wish
Before
I'd
you go-
talked to Otto even more during that option earlier.
Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
There's nothing to be repaid.
already have.
I'm assuming that's going to go in as a trophy to our room. Displayed in Clive's chambers. Yeah, I think. Yep. That's enough to unlock a reward, Desiree.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
The goddess Grieger teaches us that to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good. If we are to accept this truth, then one could not rightly call he who follows this path an outlaw, a humble servant.
You earned this.
High Cleric's Medallion. And with that, that's what we're going to call it. Next time on Final Fantasy 16, we're going to go visit Sid's grave. See you then.